Bible was.
Can I ask you a question? What do you mean by keep him from me? Like, go, give me the details. What do you mean?
I mean, preserve him from me.
She said, like, don't let anybody have tricked him. Don't let you have tricked anybody. That's what you're saying.
Essentially, yes. I didn't want him to have had anything going on with any other girl in the past.
She didn't want him to have had sex with somebody else.
Fine. Yes. Guys, it's another video with Abisola and
Shay.
and we're the shows together.
Yeah.
And let's
First of all, if you guys notice something, what do you notice that is different? Tell me. Ha ha ha. Yeah. Okay, there you go. Bring your head up. Why are you laughing?
because you think they care about your glasses or not
I look
glasses.
cute with or without glasses. Which is better? Me with glasses or me without glasses?
Y'all don't indulge in this activity. Or you
Alright,
pick it up.
let's do
Okay.
this.
So today we're talking about like expectations for, you know, a significant other, husband, wife, whatever the case is.
Yep.
And the reason we're talking about it is because on our Instagram page, we had posted a reel. What did we post? No, we posted about something about our age.
Yeah, relationship hotline.
Oh, yeah.
Will you date a person that's 8 years? Well, will a guy date a lady that's 8 years older than him?
Right.
And then the questions were like, whoa, no,
comments.
never. I will never do this. So like, age ain't nothing but a number.
Yeah.
Right. But yeah, so.
Yeah, most people were cool with it, but like there were some people that were like, ha, never, God forbid. I'm just kidding. But yeah, people were like, yeah, no, never. Like that is like literally not my crime. And someone said like, maybe I would consider dating someone who's my age, but even that one, no. But like they would never date someone who's younger than them. So I thought, you know what? Why don't we talk about?
There's a disclaimer though. So people for some reason heard that she's 9 years older than me. I know she looks old and I look young. Right?
Get out. How?
She's just 9 months older than me. But you know, she's an old woman.
I don't know where people hear that from, but please don't start spreading rumors. I'm not 9 years older than him. Not that there's anything wrong with it, but that is not true.
That's one gray hair, another gray.
Focus. So we're talking about setting expectations for the person that you're going to date, you know, marry, whatever the case is.
Before we jump into the topic, I actually have a question for you.
Yeah.
Did you have expectations for what your ideal, you know, Mr. Perfect will be?
Mr. Perfect. I don't know, because I was young when I met you. I don't feel like I got to that point where I was like, okay, I'm ready to settle down. Let me start to think about expectations. But I feel like I kind of had an idea of the kind of person that I wanted to date. Of course, I knew he had to be Christian. I knew he had to like love God and really know God for himself. And then somehow, because I was born in Benin, like I always had this idea that I was gonna marry, and I wasn't born in Benin, sorry. Because I grew up in Benin, I always had this idea that I was going to marry like an Edo guy, because like those were the people around me, so it only kind of made sense. But it wasn't a requirement. I just, when I envisioned, okay, the person I'm gonna get married to, I just somehow thought it would be an Edo guy.
Okay, let's go to superficial level. Were you thinking he must be rich, he must be white or black or
I never thought
Chinese
about that.
or?
I actually never thought about that. Like I would totally date like a non-black person. But I think that I would only date them if they had some kind of cultural exposure. Like, I don't think that I can just deal with 100% clueless about the African culture and I have to teach you everything. Like, I would be stressed out because I would be so stressed out.
Anything else? Any other requirements?
So I have a very weird one. It's not physical, but...
Go ahead, I'm listening.
Why are you so extra? It's not even that serious. But okay, listen. I always told God from when I was a teenager, I don't know how young, but I remember being very young, and I told God, the man that I'm going to marry, please keep him for me. I don't want to share him with nobody. Oh. And I know that it's selfish, but that was just, it's not like there's anything wrong. It was just a want, and I told it to God. And I feel like, and I actually prayed about it. And you know who my favorite character in the Bible was?
Can I ask you a question? What do you mean by keep him from me? Like, go, give me the details. What do you mean?
I mean, preserve him from me.
She said, like, don't let anybody have tricked him. Don't let you have tricked anybody. That's what you're saying.
Essentially, yes. I didn't want him to have had anything going on with any other girl in the past.
She didn't want him to have had sex with somebody else.
Fine. Yes.
Why do you always like speak
Because
around the
there are small
edges?
children on the YouTube now, like. So
Okay,
yeah, and my favorite character in the Bible then was Joseph. And I liked him because, like, first the Bible described him as being handsome, and I was like, okay, fine guy. And like, he was fine and everything. And like, he just really feared, and like, he had reverence for God to the point where like your Oga's wife, who can like set you up for life, came to him and he was like, no ma'am, like I respect my boss. And I just found that to be so like refreshing. I'm like, so there men like this is the kind of man that I want. Like, God keep him for me. And remember when you told me the story of when like you were with that lady that was trying to force herself on you, I really felt like God just like was like, oh no, not this one. Like, you want to tell that story?
It's your time to drink the tea. Okay. So the story, I'll give you a summarized version. There was this person that I met, and like day one of me meeting this person, fine boy. She see fine boy, right?
Day one.
Yeah. Next thing, when I go back home, she was like, hey, it was really great meeting you. I just wanted to let you know I love you, blah, blah, blah. I was like, whoa, okay. I got some game. Anyway, so she started, saying all those things. And I was like, okay, sure. Anyway, I decided to go visit her, right? Just visit her. And she was like, oh, come to my house. We can just go hang out and all. Sure. Innocent me. Except she said one more thing. Bring something when you are coming. And so
she still went there.
Which one is my... See, I was feeling like a fine boy, okay? Fine boy. A girl met me once. She was saying, I love you. You are so handsome and all that. Of course, now my ego was like this. Anyways, so I went there. And I was like, wait, bring something. What does that mean? Is it what I think? But what if she means something else and I bring it? And then, like, all of that.
Did you bring it though?
No, so I went to visit. You see, you're stopping the gist.
Sorry.
I went there and I was like, okay, hey, how's everything? We talk now. And then she opened my wallet. She said, where's your wallet? She opened my wallet.
Wow.
Where is it? She didn't say anything. And she was like, man, damn. I mean, I can't tell you what happened afterwards, but I'm just kidding. Anyway, so yeah, she got her wish. Okay, that's enough of your...
Which she? Please clarify to the YouTube. Which she got her wish? Me or the other girl?
Oh, no, you.
Okay.
Anyway, the girl, she wanted to go the whole 9 yards, but actually, no, it happened twice. The first time, she was on her period, so clearly nothing happened. The second time I went to visit her, like a year after, that was when she said, bring something when you're coming. And I didn't bring something, because then I knew what she wanted, so I didn't bring something. Yeah, I think it was like that. Anyways, but still, nothing happened, because there was not something, she didn't want to carry belly. But anyway, that's how God kept her man for her.
I got so many questions.
Don't ask questions. Guys like to push.
I got so many questions, but
guys like to push to the extreme. Like, okay, I'll try to go this far, but I'll not do anything.
Yeah.
Anyways, let's keep that.
Let me not start
my own
teaching
desires.
lessons.
My own desires
desires
for that lady. I wish I can say a lot of things you said, but number one, man, she has to be like my spec. Oh! Hallelujah, Jesus. Nah.
What is your spec?
You, duh. Now, okay, so for me in particular, like, nothing bad about it, right? Nothing bad about all the other options. But like, I grew up watching actors and actresses like that were this shape and this figure, and I was like, oh, this is the kind of figure I like, right? Oh, that's what I thought I liked at least. And so I met her, and she was like, this person, her neck was like this. I'm just kidding. She was a lot slimmer when she was younger.
I'll put a picture for you guys.
Yeah, but no, I was like, okay, see this mama. So that was one thing, right? But let's move beyond the physical. That was one part. Another part I liked was I wanted somebody that I can enjoy having conversations freely with. Right? So back in the days when I was, still doing our boys, and I say fine girl that I like, right? And I get her number. Sometimes for those girls, when I want to call them, I'll have to first write scripts. This is what I'll say, this is what I'll do. And I'm like, I don't want to have to go through that. Like, I just want a person I can vibe with, that it just occurs naturally. And so, besides the figure and all that, right, we could vibe well together. And then, let's see, what else did I like? I mean, pretty face, for sure, I don't know, I think
Did you ever think that you would marry someone who was younger than you? Like, was that a thing on your...
Before I 2 or 3 of the people I dated were older than me. If it matters.
You just like them old.
I've always been looking for my sugar mamas.
Wow. Okay.
I mean, I didn't. It wasn't a thing to me.
Yeah, it wasn't something you thought about.
But that's the thing. I didn't really have a lot of time to think about what are the things I want, because we kind of met each other young.
Very
like
young, yeah.
we were both 21 then, actually.
Yeah.
So we met at the age of 21. We were both in
Like
school.
20 actually, 20.
Oh, 20, yeah. We were both in school. We didn't really know a lot about the world. I mean, apart from
We
But
didn't
anyways,
know.
we talked about that. Let's go into the topic for the
So
day.
I think we sort of like have implied a lot, but why don't we, like, based on everything you shared about yourself and everything I shared about my expectations, even though I didn't really have much, like, what constitutes, we said random things, like what constitutes, like, these are the, the deal breakers, like what should be the deal breakers, in general, and what should be the nice to haves, and how do people frame or determine what makes sense, what is realistic in terms of their expectations?
You go first.
I think that at the foundation, right, the bottom line, everyone should have like certain fundamentals. That means this thing is a deal breaker, like, and it's that important. So for me, it's things like his faith. Who does he believe in? What does he practice? Does he have a relationship with God? For me, another deal breaker would be, how does he spend money? What is his relationship with money like? For some people, it's not a big deal. For me, if you are doing fia anyhow, listen, I'm out. Like,
can I ask a question? Let's dissect that.
Okay.
Could that be because some people, even though their name is Abisola, born into wealth,
baby son,
the Ola is not there. That wealth is not really there. No. Wait, hold on. The point I'm trying to make is that could that be because one is coming from a middle class mindset, that maybe you are Dangote's daughter? Would that even be a deal breaker for you?
What do you mean? Like if
Like
I had
if the
so
guy
much
just
money?
if you had so much money and the guy is just
you know me, she like
No.
I'm not that kind of person. Like and
Okay,
it comes
okay.
down to like you're spending anyhow just for the sake of it. Like you go to one hotel, you rent it out, blow it for like 10K a night. Like I will be irritated at the
So
core
even if you had a
who I
lot
am.
of money, you'll still not like that.
You should be a good steward of your money. I don't care. We've known each other since we had literally nothing. I mean nothing. And
Guys, can you see why I married this lady? Can you see why I married this lady? Oh la la, my money can never finish. Amen.
can we try and provide value to
All right, continue.
that
Okay, faith and values to money. Okay.
Yeah. And then 3 is like your character, right? Like the essence of who you are. Like, yes, do you pray a lot, but are you rude? Yes, you pray a lot, but are you nice to kids? Like when they come talk to you, do you just fling them away? Or are you like gracious to them? Are you nice to people who don't have as much privilege or as much as you do? Like, what is the essence of your character? And one other thing that I will add as
That's deep though.
at the core of who you are, you have to be a nice person. Like you have to be kind. Otherwise, I don't want to be with you for the rest of my life. Are you kidding me?
No. Yeah, I agree, but that's so deep because I think when I think about it, when I was dating people, right? Like
Please, how many people did you date?
It wasn't people. It was really only 2 people like that.
Because you've been saying like 2 or 3.
And
then
it wasn't
one
even
girl.
long dates. It was moving on. When I was in the youth, okay. Well, back in the days, right? Yeah, you meet somebody. I mean, they meet your spec, and you're like, oh, I like this girl. I talk to this girl, and then you find you can vibe well. Okay, great. Now, let's get closer. And then you realize, there's some things about your character that I don't like, and I think that's one thing that we need to do and flip over the head, right? Like, don't just date a person because they meet you, they're fine and all that, or because you can vibe with them, right? It's better to date that person that not just can you vibe with them, but their heart is good, their values align with you, and then you can take a picture with them and you'll not be using their Photoshop.
No, I mean honestly, like the superficial, it'll fade away, man. You can't date him because he's fine, because it will fade away.
Prime example. I had a full hairline. Oh Lord! Oh, my hair!
You have to insert a picture somewhere.
Let me show you. Like the line will be sharp like this, and now, it's like letter U. Like
But it's still cute though. I like the vibe, you know.
You see, you gotta date a person that just loves you for who you are. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So money, values, character, anything else?
I think those are what I personally would consider like the core of my essence. Maybe I'm missing out some things, but I feel like if a person has those things laid down, then hey, let's start talking about other things. So you can add those other nice to have. Like you can now start saying, oh, is he tall? Is he short? Is he like?
Wait, but
okay, let me tell you.
Let
me be fair in terms of like physical attraction. I found you incredibly attractive. Like I was just like, oh my god, like he's so fine, and like because then I was underweight. Like, what is the word? I was actually at some point in my life, what was that? Like anorexic? Is that what they call it? Yeah. Okay, so imagine how I looked. So for that reason, I'm like, Oleroleti, but he's not fat. Do you get?
So like, yeah.
Like I just
fleshy.
like not fleshy, but like you were boom. Like you looked good, and he was very active, like physically active. So he did look like So yes, in that sense, I was physically attracted to you as well as like we bonded well.
I just have a question. How am I just hearing this? That
go and sit down.
No. You said I look fine, but the way you said I look fine.
Yeah, I thought
like,
it was
okay,
like.
I never knew
looked
that.
at his thighs. I was like, man, okay, let me stop.
So you know the funny thing though. The way she said she was anorexic and all that, for me, I was like, wow, see that neck, like. I'm just kidding. But like,
no, you did not.
See her collarbones, like
they were sticking out.
like I don't know, like those things appealed to me then, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like I looked at her and she was perfect for me. And I mean, now I'm looking at her and like there's no collarbone no more, right? No, but that's good. I like it that way. Like if you go back to how you were then, I'll be like, babe, are you okay? Are you sick?
What do you mean there's no collarbone?
You want to
What's this?
Sorry, I cannot give you 4 things. Let me see.
Yeah, what are your fundamentals? And then we can talk about like nice to haves and like how to set those expectations.
I mean, your fundamentals are my fundamentals. I think in terms of dating, right, I won't think so much about family. In terms of marriage, it's still not it's not a deal breaker, but then it becomes more important because if getting family to accept the person eliminates a huge stress bringer in life, and you don't want to deal with like stress bringers in life. There's already stress of figuring out your boss, your job, your business, then thinking about family that doesn't like your wife or your you don't want to think about that. So but there's that part, but most people don't get to that part until they've gone through, okay, is this the right person? Am I attracted to the person and all of that? Yeah.
So my fundamentals are your fundamentals plus family.
No. I said that comes at a later. The family comes at.
So
a
what
later
are your fundamentals?
It's really hard, right? I mean, so I will put it this way, right? In terms of the values thing, I certainly don't want to be with a person that, for lack of a better word, has been all around town, right? Primarily because for me, I tried not to be all around town. Right? Even when that one person was trying to seduce me, I first fasted and prayed, then went. Even though the Bible said flee from evil, but you get my point, right? Like, if I'm trying to keep myself, then I want the person I want to be with to have that same value. So I think it's kind of the same. I don't know. I can't think of anything else. Okay. Nice to have, right?
So my question is, at what point does the nice to have list become ridiculous? I think everyone should have a nice to have. Like I had my nice to have, you had yours. But at what point is it, okay, bro, sis, this is pushing too far. Like, let's be realistic. What makes sense?
Let's take the
when you're
glaring
determining,
one.
Yeah.
Let's talk about glaring one. Height and weight. Those are the first 2 things, right? Height, weight, and face. For a guy, typically height is not a problem for guys. On the other hand, ladies may have a problem with the guy's height, that he's too short. I know a number of ladies that have said, yo, I can't date that guy, he's too short, he should get out of here. Are you kidding? Me, him? Like the way they finished the guy for his height. And then the guy later on went and still married somebody that was taller than them. So I'm like...
And they're happily married.
And they're happily married and they're killing it. In my opinion, I mean, it's kind of hard to say. Like, actually, you're the lady here. So, okay.
You know how I would tackle that? Because it's not just height. There's height, there's age, there's is it dark, is it light? How I would tackle those, all of that grouped together is I will ask two questions. One is, why do I care about this, right? Like, because you have to think about it. What is the reason why I want someone taller than me? Is the tallness going to make me happy? If he's short and I look at him, will I be sad and depressed? Like, does it mean that much to you? Like, ask the why question. You know, like, for example, when I said I didn't want someone like incredibly skinny, I had my why, because I had struggled with anorexia and I didn't like how I looked personally. And I just really appreciated how he looked for that reason. So ask yourself, why, you know, does this matter so much to me? And yes, you can have like a few things that actually matter to you, but you cannot have everything. Like, you just have to be realistic. You want to say something and I'll say my
Yeah, you know why? Like, we all grew up watching this superhero, or like in the movie, after he has killed the bad guy, then the lady comes and then she stands on tippy toes and kisses her. And you know, we all got that image, right? Like, I also wanted to be tall, but God blessed me with my height, right? I mean, I'm not sure, but you get the point, right? And at some point, you gotta be like, you know, that's just Hollywood, man. Yeah. Not everybody's 6 feet.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
The second question I would ask is, am I willing to let go of a potentially great relationship because of this one criteria that I've set? So you say you find someone, he meets all your fundamentals, but you have a requirement that I'm not gonna marry someone who is older than I am, and say the guy is younger than you are, and say the guy is 2 years younger, or the lady is 2 years older, whatever the case is, and you're like, this is a deal. Once you hear his age, you're like, block, cancel. You know, think about it. What is my why? And am I willing to let go of, like, we have so many things in common. I'm always laughing when he's around. He makes me happy. I enjoy his company. He fears God. Am I going to say no to this guy, and knowing that, man, I can actually enjoy the rest of my life with him, and then go meet someone else who checks off all those other boxes, but it's like, he's all right.
He's using you as punching bag.
Yeah, like, think about it. For that reason, like, because he's short, okay.
I mean, it's a good point, because first of all, the grass is never green on the other side, and the grass is never perfect. One grass may just have to deal with height issues, but then the other grass that has muscles that even me, I'll be like, okay, that guy finds small, right? That guy, then he'll be using it as punching bag, or he may be verbally abusive or emotionally abusive. Like, there are a lot of things I really want to think about, and then it kind of goes back to the fundamentals. The other thing I'd say about that is, guys, let me give you a tip if you're short. Yes, you may not be 5 feet, but then if you start off as friends, and if you like really can make this lady laugh, before she realizes it, she's actually, okay, always want to hang out with this lady. Like, you don't always have to go straight, I want to date you, right? Actually go friend level, especially if you're not blessed on the height side. And man, ladies, you know, the way ladies fall in love is they fall in love with the person, and it affects everything. Guys start by falling in love with the outside, and then they find the person. So, you know, that's just a tip.
That was ladies of before. They have now started to change now.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
Well, they have been out of the game.
I'm just playing. No, I think we said a lot of great things.
Okay, there's a very important one though.
Yeah.
What if like this person is also, everything is perfect, and then you find out like you're not sexually attracted to the person?
How do you know if you're physically attracted to the person?
Sure, physically attracted. Look, so what if you find out that you're not physically attracted to the person?
And you've been talking to the person?
I mean, you've been talking to the person as per friends levels, and you guys like hang out, you talk and all that. But then maybe the guy now is like, you know, trying to take you out on a date, and you're like, wait, hold up, I'll say you're just a friend, man. Like, yeah.
So you're not physically attracted to them whatsoever.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're not, you're not. Like, you don't have to. You don't have to
force it.
Yeah, you don't have to force it, and that's fair. Like, I think it's okay to have, like, you know, reasonable expectations. Like, if I just don't see you that way, that's fine, you know.
No, it's important though. If that's the case, like, let the person go.
Yes.
Don't be like, I value the friendship, but no, let it straight. Like, hey, like I'm cool being friends with you, but like it's just I just don't see it this way. I understand it's a little hard for you to hear, but it just doesn't. It's not what I want.
Yeah.
I know, you know, it may affect our friendship somehow, but like, you can't eat your cake and have it.
Exactly. Yeah, you've been pushing me off this chair.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah, if you don't want them, let it be clear. Let them go. You can't be stringing them along. Like, either you like them or you don't. Just move on. So, yeah, I think we've said a lot.
Oh,
I think we've said a lot.
We should be relationship counselors.
Yeah. If I could get paid for it, yeah. No, I think just in general, maybe the key takeaways are, just ask yourself, why do I have this as a criteria on my list? Is it based on Instagram and the things that I see? Oh, this couple, they're cute because, they're white and black, or they're cute because the guy is tall and she's shorter. Instagram is not real life. Forget it. Like, we don't look this way every day.
Our Instagram is real life. I look this way every day.
We don't look this. I mean, we just change out of our raggedy t-shirts to come film this. Like, you know what I mean? Like, Instagram is not real life. The movies that you watch and all the craziness they do in the movies is not real life. There's still people who are keeping themselves pure and keeping themselves before marriage, and they're not showing it to you on Nollywood or Hollywood because no one wants to watch that. That's boring. So, just ask yourself, why am I doing this? What has influenced my decision or influenced my wants or desires for this kind of thing that I'm asking for? I don't think there's any right or wrong. Like we've said, like, it's just, be realistic, be reasonable. But again, ask yourself why, and am I willing to let go of a great relationship for this requirement or criteria that I've made up for myself? So
yeah, here's what I'll say as a final checklist. This is a very important checklist. You should have this: that do I see myself being able to laugh with this person every day? And then immediately after, the person does something and I'm annoyed, and then next thing I'm laughing again. If you can go from laughing to being annoyed to laughing again, right? I think there may be something there, because life can get hard at times, and when kids come, it gets double hard. And if you don't have that person to support you, that person that you can laugh with, you can cry with, that is always there, and these are the things that matter in the long run. Because no matter how beautiful you look, if you're stressing me, I don't want to be next to you. If you're 6 feet tall and that height, you're using it to look over my head at other ladies as they're walking past, it's useless. So, think about it, right? Can this person bring me joy? Not that you should derive your joy from a person, but by being with this person, is my state of mind elevated?
Oh, Jesus, yes. Listen, anybody that wants to bring stress to my life, I reject you. I'm turning the other way around. I feel like that should have been my number 4 or 5 criteria. I'm very jeje. I like peace of mind. So if you're stressful to me, no, walk away.
Hallelujah, sister. Hallelujah.
Okay, let's wrap this up.
Okay. My one point that I actually just remembered as you were saying that is, I want somebody that can support me in whatever I do, and that can push me and challenge me. That's actually a very important point, right? Because yeah, I mean, if you're dating, I'm dating this person and dating that person, and I'm moving on, right? But if you really want to be serious, you want to talk to someone that, even if they're not better than you, they are challenging you to be better, and they're supporting you and they're encouraging you. Those are things that truly, truly matter.
Those are the foundations. Those are the basics. Those are the essentials.
Yeah, people send tips because I think that was
very important. That was really, really good to add that. Yeah. Okay. And if you think of anything else, I actually want to know, what are on people's list, man? What is on this list that runs throughout the paper from the beginning to the end?
What are
They have to be rich. They have to be I want to hear it. Just humor me. I want to hear what you have on your list.
Yes, ma'am. Alrighty.
Okay, let's wrap this up. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope it was helpful somewhat.
It's been a long time since we danced, though.
You gotta dance.
We gotta dance.
Ooh, do that dance you did yesterday.
Nah, that won't break my back. Maybe you can put it here, but yeah.
Oh yeah.